I want to turn to Doris now because she had some initial success, and I think she's a great example of what can be done when you put your heart into it. I would like to just ask you to say a little bit about what you were doing in Washington and how you pulled that off.
First, let me say that I don't know anything about the historical background of Quindaro. I didn't run up and down the hills. I don't remember what any of the buildings look like. And I've been here for 50 years and I'm still called a newcomer. The older I got and the more I traveled with the AME Church, the more papers and books and portfolios from different areas I received. And I did not want to throw them away. As president of the 5th District Lay Organization, we had a quilt. The quilt is still at my house, all wrapped up in a bag and hope to preserve it. When I went out of office in 1992, we tried to figure out what are we going to do with this quilt. And I said, well, it's precious, we must keep it. My children said, what are we going to do with the quilt? And I thought, somebody is interested enough in it to want to have it. So by that time, we decided we'll build us a building. Well, we didn't have any land, and when I say we, I mean other members of the lay organization. So we thought there's some property that belongs to the AME Church. Let's get it. We asked Bishop Vinton R. Anderson, who was over this area at that time, would he give the lay organization of the 5th District the property where Douglas Hospital used to be because it was long gone. He said, well, what in the world are you going to do with it? I said, we're going to build a building. Where are you going to get the money? We didn't know. He said, and what are you going to do? And I said, we're going to put archives in it. We're going to put the things in it that we have at my house and from friends that I met across the country that said, Doris, I don't want my stuff to just go to waste. Hurry up and get that building so I can send it to you. That was the beginning. So I contacted Reverend Sylvia Drew, who was a known professional grant writer. And she wrote a grant. We, through the American Treasures. Is that what it is?
Save America's Treasures.
Yes. Anyway, we went to D.C., went to the White House with guests, and thought we were really in great shape. She was granted, was granted a $200,000 grant through Save America's Treasures, the AME Church, and JUCO, Kansas Community College, joined hands along with Kansas City, Kansas, and we formed a unit to say, well, we're going to get this building up. With the first $200,000, I said to Reverend Drew, well, when are they going to start building? She said, start building? They can't even dig the ground yet. You don't have enough money. So what they did was they started by clearing off some of the property out there. She said, nobody is going to give you any money to go into a bunch of weeds. It has to be cleaned off. We took part of that money, or part of that money was taken to preserve the ice house.
The brew house.
And you know what? I have been down there but a couple of times. That's a long walk. And so I did see that after it was preserved or re-preserved or whatever. The building was designed by Don Jones, who at the time was the city architect for Wyandotte County, is that correct?
That's correct.
And it was designed so that when you fly over, you would see a cross. From that day when he designed it to now, every time I fly into Kansas City, I look out the window to see if the cross is there yet. Somewhere in my mind and in my heart, I feel like that is so important that God's going to see to it that that building comes up, and that you and everybody else that have some stuff that your kids may burn up, bring it to that building. I have even today, I have the architect's drawing of the building. It's too large to put up, and I got here too late. But at any rate, Don had a markup building where there is one. That building is somewhere. And we kept that so that anybody could see it, which would have been ideal to be here. Right now, what we need so far as an archive building and what we want is another grant. And every time in all the meetings that I still go to, I say, do you write grants? Can you write us a grant? So I'm still out looking for grant money. If any of you know it, just, let us know. But it's the most historical thing that we can have, and all of the connections with what it would be with the Underground Railroad and the involvement with what the AME Church did years and years ago. Because the church played a very important part along with all the other people in the Underground Railroad. So that's where we are, and that's where I am. I don't know all that other history about way back. I wasn't here then, I'm a newcomer.